How to enjoy every day. Real advice from real retirees. That's a question I want to answer today. In other words, how to enjoy the time we have left. As you said in the comments, everybody said that was what they wanted to do, make the most of every day they have left. So I took that on as the topic this time. I want to thank Mr. Mark for suggesting to doing a positive video. So, Mr. Mark, this is going to be a positive video about how to make the most of the time we have left. To do so, I asked 10 of the most successful retirees I knew who was really doing what we were trying to do, live life to the fullest. And they responded back to me. And I've summarized those. I'm going to share those with you. So let's get into it. Precious little time we have left. How do we make the most of it? Well, the retirees told me, and I want to appreciate it. They're all in their 70s and 80s, except Cliff. He's the baby at 67. But most are in the 70s and some in the 80s. And here's what they said. They said, number one, there's 10 of these. Start with the right mindset. Start with the right mindset. I think I can best describe this by some of their quotes. I think it was Jack said, wake up with an attitude of gratitude. Ken said, look forward to the day. Look forward to the day. Remember, it's not promise. Try your hardest to maintain a happy and positive attitude. It's a mindset worth developing. Alan, the personal trainer at the gym, said, yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All you have is today. Live in gratitude and thankfulness. So how do you do that? Well, reinforce it with daily practices. You remind yourself intentionally to have the right mindset. So remind yourself to be positive, grateful, thankful, and being intentional means, practically speaking, in the morning. If you're going to start the day off, doing this in the morning. Some people, when they wake up in bed, they remind themselves right there in bed. They ask themselves, "What are you grateful for? What are you thankful?" Some people like to wake up early in the morning and do some reflection in the early morning when everything is kind of peaceful and quiet. Other people like to just take their time and slowly work into the morning with a cup of coffee and also think about the day and do a little reflecting. And that's a good time to set up a positive mindset. There's a couple of three different ways, practically speaking, to do this. Affirmations. You can use prayer, meditation, quiet reflection to set your tone. Morning affirmations is a very good tool to have. I've used that a little bit. There's an app for the phone that you can use for that, and it actually plays a short 4 to 5 or 6 minute affirmation. And I played one this morning, and let me tell you what it said. Affirmations are short little sayings that put you in the right frame of mind. The one I listened to this morning it had encouraging words, loving words, and these are powerful words. It said, I choose to be happy. I am the master of my day. Things will happen out there in the world I have no control of. The only thing I can control is how I react to those things. Everything is a learning experience. I am worthy of kindness, love, and respect. I choose to be happy. I am present for the here and now. This is going to be a very, very good day. This is going to be an extraordinary good day. And you may think those are silly, but those are affirmations. And if you wake up thinking that, it really does open your mind up to be the kind of positive mindset you want. Two more things under number 2, reinforce it with daily practices. Limit negativity. Turn off the news, right? Avoid the gossip and the complaints and maybe even negative people, Don't do anything to extremes. I think Alan at the gym told me this a few weeks ago. He said, even if you like something, don't do it all the time. If you like playing solitaire on the computer, don't sit there all day and do that. I mean, mix it up, enjoy what you enjoy, but don't make that the whole thing you do. Moderation is the key. Okay, moving on. Be present. Number 3, be present. Well, how do you do that? Well, you enjoy the little things, the things like coffee, birds, nature, sunshine. You take your time, you observe, you use mindfulness to Notice things and take pleasure in small things here and now. There's a lot of things that can inspire you if you'll just take the time to observe them. Another thing is you don't to spend your time in the present, you need to not spend too much time on past regrets. I've seen some people who had a tough life and they've had some bad decisions they made and they want to explain it to you every single time. I don't think people really care about that. They want to talk to you now. So if you can forget those past regrets, live in the present, that will be what you're trying to do. And the future, you can't live in the future, can you? That's worry. If you worry about the future, you're not living in the present. So live in the present. Number 4 is simplify. Declutter your space and your time. Let things go mentally and physically. Don't be a problem, be the solution. Choose your words carefully. I think somebody's got a quote about that. Cliff said, let things go, be the solution and not the problem. Number 5, get outside and move. Just getting outside is really will get you in touch with things. Going out on your deck even and observing nature, the birds singing, the sunshine. It's a windy day out here today. I see it blowing, all the plants blowing and the trees blowing out there. Just observing that kind of gets you in the moment, present. And that's something that really helps your mood and it's worthwhile doing. Number 6, take action and just do it. That's so true. I mean, so many times you feel like maybe you're not quite ready to go walking today, but if you go out there and take your walk, so many times you're going to feel like you did the right thing and you feel much better. Start small, even you're making your bed count, somebody said. Don't look for perfect conditions to get started. And action leads to motivation, not the other way around. Number 7, connect with others. Smile, chat, reach out. If you're talking to other people, you are in the present. You can't talk in the future. You can't talk in the past. So connecting with people, don't look past people. Listen to what they have to say. Compliment people. I went to the car wash last week, and this is a drive-in car wash, and the guy at the front was doing a good job on my windshield, and the guy on the back, he was just pissing around. And right before it lurched forward, I cracked my window and I said, "Good job." He smiled at me. I smiled at him. I made his day. I made my day, I should say. So compliment people. They're not used to being complimented. 3 quotes here from Cliff. Cliff is the young 67-year-old. He says, try to uplift someone every day. Do little things for people who need help, even small things. Cliff also said, call someone who doesn't have anyone and see how their day is going. I've seen Cliff in action. He does that. And these are small things, but these are things that bring joy to your life and connects you to the present moment. Help others. Number 8, volunteer, encourage people, surprise somebody. Don't have to change the world, just brighten a moment. Being kind is a happiness multiplier. Jack added something there. Jack said, do something to make somebody smile. Don't let miserable people drag you down. Be kind, but protect your joy. Very good, Jack. Number 9, repair and mend. Repair and mend. Forgive somebody if you can for your own peace. Watch your words. They can damage friendships. Be yourself, but also be thoughtful. Being thoughtful is a thing. Cliff's got a good comment here. He said, put yourself in someone else's shoes. Choose your words. One wrong thing could cost a friendship. Repair and mend also remove some baggage. You have that baggage sitting on your shoulder. You take with you a grudge or something like that. And if you pick up the phone, make a phone call, apologize, get together with someone, mend the relationship, you remove that baggage. And that's what you want at this stage in life. Number 10, do what you enjoy. Isn't that the obvious answer about enjoying every day? Do something you enjoy. The trick is finding something you enjoy. There's a lot of things out there. If you find what you enjoy, you would be happier, of course. Unstructured, spontaneous fun can be the best kind, somebody says. Jack says, go on a spur of the moment trip. or just get an ice cream cone someplace. It doesn't have to be so big, right? Or cost money. You know what? All of these, that was number 10. I don't see any of these that cost a lot of money. So these are people who are pretty successful people that could have told me going on a cruise or traveling or buying an antique automobile. They could have said stuff like that, but they didn't. They didn't say that. They gave very common sense, practical things to help you enjoy every day that you have left. So, in closing thoughts, I really appreciate these guys giving me this advice. This advice came from real people just living out their life the way it should be. So, thanks for sharing that. And I'd like to know your recipe too for living the best life you can for the time you have left. Let us know in the comments and take some time and read the comments. The comments are very valuable. People really put some really good stuff down there. I enjoy those so much. So take some time and read other people's comments. I think you will enjoy that. So thank you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. We've got a lot of new subscribers and we appreciate that. Again, take some time, make a comment. This is Robert at Robert's Active Retirement.